morning, PotCoins. Today is Sunday, 27 July, 2014. We are currently on block 366030 of the Pot chain. It has recently come to my attention that a fair number of people think that I have an extremely negative outlook on the world. Mostly because I continuously bring up how much I hate governments and other negative stuff. So let me set the record straight. I've mentioned that I think this is the most exciting time in all of human history, and that this decade, the teens, will be looked back on as a time to be admired. Overall, the average lifespan is going up, we have the internet, and now we have cryptos. I wouldn't trade being alive now for any other time ever. But just because things are better than they've ever been, doesn't mean they can't continue to improve. I bring up negative stuff just to focus on ways that we can do better. I don't spend all of my time being pissed at everything that's wrong. I actually spend most of my time thinking about how good life is and how it can still be better. So let me have my 10 minutes a week to bitch about the government. I appreciate the fact that I'm able to disagree with the government. If I were in a communist country, I would be murdered if someone even accused me of thinking the things that I think. Yet here I am, still alive, and still making YouTube videos. So I know how good I have it, I just think it can and will continue to get better. PotCoin has a new wallet, and it's what a lot of people have been waiting for. A light wallet that does not require downloading the entire blockchain. While it's good for as many people as possible to have a copy of the blockchain, it's also a big turnoff to new potcoiners that didn't expect to wait hours for their wallet to sync. The Electrum Pot Wallet is up instantly after initial setup. There are a lot of innovative and interesting features in this wallet. The first is the wallet seed. It's a set of 12 random words hashed to create the private keys. You should write it down on paper. Don't save it on a computer unless it's a computer that never has and never will connect to the internet. With this seed, you can recover your wallet anywhere or give a wallet to someone just by telling them the seed. Or you can even have the same wallet on multiple computers. Your seed or private keys never get sent to the servers. There are many great features about the interface of this wallet. All the tabs are fairly self-explanatory. The History tab updates in seconds of a transaction broadcast to the network, and when you click on the transactions in the history, you can see transaction details or get a link to the PotChain Explorer. The Send tab lets you paste in addresses, give them a description, and set the amount and network fee. The default network fee is 1 millipot. Under the Receive tab, you can use the first provided public key or some of the other public keys. The wallet recommends that you receive to a new public key each transaction, but you can continue to use the same ones. Under addresses, there are a few public keys and a few change addresses. Once you receive a transaction to a public key, it goes into the used bin, and a new public key is generated. The change addresses are recommended for higher obfuscation, but if you want transparency or don't care about obfuscation, you don't need to use the change addresses. Contacts are contacts. I'm not completely sure how the Invoices tab works, and I don't know anything about how the Console tab works. It's really easy to save, copy, or restore a wallet. You can see the seed or your private keys at any time, and import, export, or sweep private keys. You can sign or verify messages, you can encrypt or decrypt messages, and a whole lot more. To a real hardcore crypto nerd, this wallet is like a wet dream. And to a complete noob, it's still super easy to start using PotCoin. There is a disclaimer. This wallet is still in beta, and it's not recommended to use large amounts of pot till all the bugs have been found and worked out. Also, I noticed that Norton Antivirus doesn't like it. And according to Norton, I was only the 6th person with Norton to download and use this wallet, so it's not trusted yet. But from playing with it for a while, there were no bugs that I noticed. It receives instantly and sends instantly. It looks clean and simple and has more features than I know what to do with. Great work from the guys that put this together. The worst part of PotCoin has been solved, the wallet sync time. Now, when we introduce new people to PotCoin, they won't have to wait to sync before they can start using it. New Jersey governor is a total douchebag. Christie has been saying a lot of negative stuff about Colorado. He thinks that Colorado is some kind of pot smoke-filled hellhole. I'm not sure if he's ever gone outside in his own state. And he claims that even though legalization might be inevitable, he will continue to oppress his state and impose his views on everyone there. He even said, if you think Colorado is so great, you try living there. Let me just say, I have tried living there, and it is great. Not just for the pot. Colorado is an all-around awesome place to live, and if he doesn't like it, we don't care. He's not welcome here. Just like I'm not welcome in New Jersey for thinking that people should be able to make their own decisions and have freedom over their own lives. Why do people let idiots like this guy oppress them? Is it really that much easier to wait till idiots like this guy die than it is to tell them that they're wrong? If he doesn't like pot, he doesn't have to smoke it, and no one will force him to. But he wants to put people in cages that disagree with him. That's just wrong. I thought pot was legal in Washington state, but maybe not. Since 2012, recreational pot has been sort of legal, at least on paper, in Washington. But that hasn't stopped the cops in Seattle from arresting people for it. Just like people kept smoking pot while it was still illegal, cops keep arresting even though it is legal. As it turns out, when the enforcers don't care about the laws, they will enforce whatever they want. But wait, it gets worse. 34% of the pot-related arrests have been black males, which is a hugely disproportionate sample of the population. Seattle has only 8% blacks by volume. I also thought that racial discrimination and profiling was illegal. But again, that hasn't stopped the racist cops in Seattle. What's the point of laws if the people enforcing them don't follow them or even care what those laws are, and they enforce whatever they want? Bitcoin has had a rough week. There was a large, unexplainable drop on the 24th. Prices are down below 600, and there is nothing obvious to blame this one on. So maybe the statistical analysts were right, that markets only follow mathematical algorithms and are not affected by things like supply, demand, laws, and taxes. I still find this interpretation hard to swallow, but I can't rule it out, since the majority of the Bitcoin news has been positive, yet the market has slumped. Most altcoins took a big hit this week too, with only a few making gains. I'll say the irrational volatility is part of the growth cycle, and I still hold on to my prediction that one Bitcoin will be well over $1,000 soon, and I claim that 2014 will be written as the year of the Bitcoin in the history books of the future. The floodgates have opened, and there's no turning back. It's gotten too big to deny or ignore, and it will only continue to grow. We made this happen. We are the pioneers, the early adopters. We are ahead of the curve. All we had to do was believe in it. It's so easy to believe in something based on logic and math, yet there are people out there that refuse to accept any new idea. To them, I say, go send yourself a message on your rotary dial fax machine while watching your black and white TV, and then call me long distance at $5 a minute to tell me about it. This week's Business of the Week is Chronic Star Edibles. They were one of the first businesses to start accepting PotCoin. Chronic Star produces some amazing looking edibles. I haven't tried them, but I've read a few reviews, and everyone that has ordered from them was satisfied. Chronic Star ships worldwide, and they claim a 99% plus delivery rate. As long as you use a valid address, you should get your order. They also have a recommended dosage page so you know how much to eat. If you're into edibles or are just interested in trying them, check out Chronic Star. That's all for this edition of Mad PotCoins. Smoke 'em if you got 'em.